What's up, everybody? It's Master Quan Recluse here. Very happy to be with you today. Getting down on the DJ-707M. Shout outs to DJ Expo and all my DJ friends out there. Great to have you along today. So, Master Quan Recluse is my artist name when I used to make music. And I'm going to be demoing the DJ-707M for you. It is a very versatile, compact controller from Roland. As you can see, you can do lots of different things with it. Right now, I'm just kind of messing around doing a little remix. But this is a DJ controller that was designed with many different types of DJ needs in mind. We started off designing this in close consultation with mobile DJs. So we got a lot of feedback from the community, what they were looking for in a controller. But because we had so much kind of feedback and interaction with DJs, this ended up being a very versatile controller in the sense that you could do many different things with it. So like I said, I'm remixing right now. You can live stream with it. You can use it for events. And we're going to get into all those different applications right now. So let me bring this down a little bit. Let these beats keep popping in the back a bit. There we go. All right, that's going to be my soundtrack. All right, so let's have a look at this. This is the DJ-707M from Roland. It is compact, and yet it has 4 channels all ready to go. You can plug your turntables in here. You got 4 line inputs. You got an immense option of inputs and outputs. So on our back panel here, we have master, booth, and zone outputs. You've got 4 channel inputs here. You've got 2 mic inputs. And additionally, you have 2 more aux inputs on the front. So that could be used for instruments, sound effects like this, or for 2 more microphones. So great if you have, if you're doing an event, you need many microphones plugged in. All these preamps are pristine. They sound really good coming from that Roland technology that we've been known for so many years. And you can have 4 mics running all at the same time. Could be cool for karaoke or, obviously weddings or any type of ceremonies or corporate events. Really cool to have all those inputs. It is a 4-deck mixer as well. It works with Serato DJ Pro natively. It has a built-in drum machine, which we're checking out right now, just playing in the background. And it has a Midi output as well, so I can sync other instruments like the brand new TR6S. I can throw in some extra drums in there, or I could say use a MC101 groove box if I wanted to add some kind of melodic or chords or bass content. Can add all of it in there super easy. Okay, so as I mentioned, many inputs and outputs. Let's talk about this DJ-707M in the context of a mobile DJ. As I said, this was designed with a mobile DJ in mind. And there are a lot of features on here that are unique to the DJ-707M that you're not going to find on other controllers that are highly useful for the mobile DJ. All right, so as I mentioned, the I/O is super useful, right? This means you don't have to bring an additional mixer, submixer with you. You've got enough inputs and outputs here to be able to do that. You can plug your system into this. You can say run your sub from your zone if you wanted to do that. And all those inputs and outputs can be routed to one another with the menu settings here. So let me show you really quick how that works. So you see there's a scene edit section here, right? So if I press my my data wheel here, my knob, and I go in and I can see I have mixer setting, mic settings, and I have my output settings as well. So let's say I wanted to use my booth mix, but I wanted to say turn off the microphones, right? So I can go in there, and as you see, I can select custom, and then I can scroll through here, and I can say, all right, channels 1, 2, 3, 4 go to my booth out. Mic 1 is off, and I'm actually going to turn that on for my demo a little bit later because I'm using the booth out. But say mic 2 is off, your aux input in the front is on, then that's why we can hear that. But you can see it's very easy to customize it. So that's the booth, the master, and the zone. So you can configure it any way you want, which is pretty awesome. The outputs that I mentioned before too, there's some other customization you can do. In those outputs, you can tune the room and your system just using this. You don't necessarily need external processing to do that, because our outputs have 4-band EQ, multi-band compressor, limiter. There's a mono mode, there's also panning, there's an attenuator, and on the zone out there's actually a subwoofer mode as well, that gives you a little bit of an EQ cut to help boost some of the lower frequencies. So all that as well, that can be set individually for each channel. So you could have, like, say, a certain system running from your master output, maybe you have an auxiliary system running on your booth or your zone out, and you can tune those all separately, which is really, really useful. Now, we understand that people in the events industry are going to be playing many, many different types of venues, and they may have to set those different scenes in different ways for each venue. So if you go back into your menu, you can see scene edit, and that's how we got into do all the routing and whatnot. But then you can also go to scene save. So say you have a venue that you play regularly, and you've tuned this and you got it sounding nice just for what you want. You can then go in and save that, and you have up to 10 scene slots that you can save to, which is quite cool. And then if you want to recall them, you can load them here. So again, you can customize settings up to 10 different scenes, save them, and reload them for later. You can even share them with other people that you work with. So say other folks have a DJ-707M, or you say you have a small DJ company with some employees, some DJs going out to play. Say, hey guys, I've got my scene ready for venue XYZ, whatever the case is, and I want you guys to use it because I know I've tuned everything, it sounds great, and just use that, set it, forget it, you have to worry about it. So that's really, really useful for the mobile DJs, definitely. All right. Also useful for people playing small clubs or small bars. Obviously, we're in a little bit of a hiatus right now, but going forward, I think this would be very useful for those playing like a little bar. You might be tucked up in the corner. I've been in this situation many times. There's no sound person. You have to be the DJ wearing many, many hats at the same time. You don't have to go behind the bar and mess with EQs or any old archaic PA system. You can do it all right here from the DJ-707M, which is pretty handy. Okay, I also mentioned the microphone situation, all the inputs. So we have 2 dedicated mic inputs here, and we have 2 auxiliary inputs on the front, which can be set to mic as well. So one cool thing, very simple, but very cool. This came from feedback from DJs. Oftentimes you're only going to find a 2-band EQ on your controllers or mixers. We added a 3rd band, obviously important for getting your vocal to sit right in your mix. That mid band is quite important for that. So that's pretty cool. There is a ducking feature on here as well. And then we have vocal effects for all 3 inputs. So for mic 1, 2, and the aux inputs on the front. Let me see if I can quickly demo this for you. I haven't tried or practiced anything, but I'm going to switch mics real quick, and let me turn this one on. Check, check, 1, 2, and there I am. All right. So you can just turn your vocal effects on there, and then start to add some here. Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a little echo effect. I'm going to go into my menu. And we're going to go to scene edit. And look, you can get to your mic 1, 2, and 3 settings. So we're going to go to mic 1. You can set your gain here. You can also EQ your mic. And here's your effects. So we have echo. Let me just go through them real quick for you. You have reverb, echo, dub echo, pitch up, down, formant up, down, auto pitch, robot, doubler, harmony above, below, megaphone, radio, template delay. And I'll just demo a couple of these really quick. These could be useful for mobile DJ applications, but they're actually going to be really useful for people who are performing live, who may want to use this for their MCs or singers or whatnot. So let me just check some of these out here. Dub echo. Check, 1, 2. All right. What else we got? We have pitch up. Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Formant up. Yes, 1, 2. Hey, how's everyone doing out there?
Okay. I'm sure you'll find much less cheesy ways to use these. Auto pitch, T-Pain, hey, woo! Woo! So you can actually use this auto pitch. Sorry for this horrible demo. You could tell I am not a singer. But if you do have a good singer, or even someone who's trying to sing and they're a little bit pitchy, you can use this auto pitch, and you can key that to the key of your Serato song. So if you've analyzed your Serato tracks for the key, you can then set that, and you can see here it says vocal effects key. So I would actually just hold shift, press the Q button to get the vocal effects key, and it'll then assign it to this auto pitch. As I said, I'm not a singer, so I don't feel entirely comfortable demonstrating this for you, but it is a really great feature for performance, for karaoke, anything like that. Robot voice, why not? Check 1, 2. Hey, everybody. Shout out to Mandalorian. Whoa, yay. Okay. Doubler, good for a singer. Yep, nice, shimmery, lovely. Got my Cylon on. All right. Harmony below. Woo. Anyway, you get the idea. Lots and lots of vocal effects to play with. Super useful in many, many different situations. Let me switch my mic up. Hello, hello. There we go. In addition to the vocal effects, you also have dedicated channel effects. So let me hide here, and each one of these can be set differently. So I know on DJ mixers, often you'll have maybe 4 or 8 different options. In the case of this, you have 16 options, and as I said, they can be set individually. So to do that, I would go to Scene Edit and Mixer Setting, and then here we go, Effects, All. So if I would just want to have everything with a filter, I could do that. But then I can also switch it up, and I can set them individually. Channel 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's go to channel 3. Now this is just playing a little hi-hat pattern, and my TR6S is playing over here on the right. So let's say channel 3, I wanted to change to jet effect. Nice. And then on channel, we're gonna leave that there. And then on channel 4, we're gonna go, let's just do dub echo. And just real quick, let me show you what we got here. We got jet effect, noise, reverb, delay, bit crusher. Let's hear that. Ooh, nasty. I like that. A little harmonic happening there. Phaser. And then you also have some noise generators too. It's quite loud, but so many, many different options there. Now I mentioned the DJ-707M was created with the mobile DJ in mind, but it is also super useful in a home setting. Like right now, I'm at home like most of us, and I've got this set up, and I can use this as an audio interface. I can plug many, many instruments into it. I could DJ with it, I can remix with it, and I can live stream with it. So let me quickly show you how to do that. I do have a cable, USB cable coming out of USB port B. So this is a 2 USB port controller. So obviously this is great for tag teaming with someone else, or easy swap over between DJs. Mobile DJs said this a lot to us as well. They need a backup plan in case something goes wrong, if their computer goes down. So that second port is great for that. But also the second port is great if you have a camera connection kit, which is just, you probably know this, but just a lightning male to USB female, right? It's just a little adapter, and you pop it onto a standard USB cable, plug that into your phone or your iPad. Works with iOS, and then you would go into your settings, menu, system setting, and then you'd make sure that you switch to generic mode there. So I'm not going to do it right now because it requires a restart. But once you have it in generic mode, all your audio is going to stream automatically to your phone. And it's very simple. You just use your sampler knob here to control that. That's going to turn the audio up or down. It's going to send the audio to your phone or your iOS device. So, it's funny, in this time of lockdown and being at home and dealing with the major changes that have been going on, I personally have had a lot of phone calls from DJs since it all jumped off, going back to March and April. And DJs were, I'm certainly no expert in live streaming, but I know enough. I've done, we do like Cloud Academy, which is our online learning platform. I've done streaming workshops. So I was able to help some folks. They're all looking for ways to improve their live stream setups, right? So we do have products, for instance, like this. The Go Mixer Pro, very popular product, sold out in most places. And people are hitting me up like, hey, Matt, can you help me get a Go Mixer Pro? It's like, unfortunately, we don't have them, but what we do have is the Go Mixer Pro Deluxe, which is the DJ-707M. Imagine this is a giant version of the Go Mixer Pro. But as I said, all those inputs and outputs, they can all be routed directly to your live stream, be it on your phone or your tablet. Which was pretty useful. And so we've had quite a few like club DJs who are making that transition to playing at home, using this in their setup. Even plugging turntables into it, the footprint isn't so wide that you can't plop a pair of turntables on either side, which is pretty cool. So yeah, definitely think about this if you're looking to do more live streaming types of applications. It's super easy to set up, and as I said, like you can get so much bang for your buck with this DJ controller. Speaking of bang for your buck, I do want to mention, and I'll come back to this at the end, but the DJ-707M, people are probably wondering what's the price point. Now, I haven't really been the sales guy, right? I'm just running through some of the features, more product stuff, and showing you how to be creative or using different applications. But let me just mention that the price point is $999, but there is there's a deal we're running right now called the STREAMpack deal. Okay, so this includes an upgrade to Serato DJ Serato DJ Suite. This will work with Pro natively, but if you want the upgrade to Serato DJ Suite, you're based in the United States, find a participating dealer, and you can get the upgrade to Serato DJ Suite, which is worth, I believe, $299 on top of that $999 that you're going to pay for the controller. So that's going to get you off the top of the dome. It's going to get you pitch and time DJ. It's going to get you all the effects. It's going to get you Serato video. It's going to get you Serato play. It's going to get you DVS if you want to plug turntables in. So there's a lot of really awesome expansion packs included in Serato DJ Suite. Again, $299 on top of what you're getting with DJ-707M, which is awesome. In addition to Serato DJ Suite upgrade, you also get 2 classes for Roland DJ Cloud Academy, which I just mentioned before. This is our online learning platform. If you register the product, you will get an invite to the Cloud Academy. And those 2 classes cover everything from more the utilitarian type of applications, how the I/O works, how the scenes work, the effects and that kind of thing. And then the second class is more about live remixing and some of the more creative aspects that you can do, like borderline, DJ production, remixing, that kind of stuff. So that's also included. And then finally, you get a 3-month subscription to Record Pool BPM Supreme Premium, which as part of that, you get these. You can get these songs called TR ready tracks, which means that they're already beat gridded up, ready for you to use in a remix mode, which is pretty awesome. Saves you a bit of time. So with that, let me segue to the last portion of what we want to talk about today is some home music production, performance ideas, remixing, and I'm going to run you through some of these ideas, how you can use them either in your sets, or if you're coming up with just little remixes you want to do and maybe produce and share with your friends or put them up on SoundCloud or whatever. I'll show you that now. So one of the most important things you need to do when you get set up to start remixing and using your drums is set your beat grids on your track. So in Serato, I'm just going to switch this up here so you guys can see it. Okay, we've got Serato open here, Serato DJ Pro. And so if you're going to use any of the TR functionality or any of the sync functionality, the first thing you want to do is set your beat grids. In Serato DJ Pro, you have the ability to analyze your songs. So if you're ever importing your songs for the first time, you're going to want to do that. And what you'll do is you'll unplug your controller, and Serato DJ Pro is going to revert to offline mode. You're going to see this Analyze Files button here, and there's a little drop-down cog menu, Set Key, Set Beat Grid BPM, and you want to make sure that's checked. You can drag and drop the songs here, or you can say Analyze your entire library, whatever the case is, and it's going to apply a beat grid. I'm going to plug back in here. Now that beat grid analysis is great for any tracks that are quantized. So when we mean quantized, we're talking about songs that have been made with a computer, a drum machine, something that has a tempo that's not going to vary at all. With unquantized tracks, though, it takes a little bit of extra work. So let's have a look and see how that goes down. In the case of this track, Christine Lewin's Juicy Fruit, Matume classic reggae cover here, you are going to want to add the beat grid manually. So to do that, you go to Edit Grid, and this one is locked, so I'm going to unlock it. Edit Grid, and then at the beginning of every measure, I'm going to hit Set. Now I've already done it for this track, but it would basically look like this. I could hit play on the song, and so we go Set, the downbeat of every measure set, so on and so forth. You're going to go through the track and do that. It's a little bit time consuming, but it is really fun once you've done it, because you can take any of those classic tracks and really reinvent them, do some cool stuff. Just to remind you, TR ready tracks are available on BPM Supreme, which is included in the STREAMpack deal with the DJ-707M. Let's cut back to the DJ controller here, and now that we got our track beat gridded, let's talk about TR mode. So TR mode is the drum machine that works on the DJ-707M, and you will switch channel 3 to TR, switch to deck 3 here. This is basically set up to run alongside your tracks as long as they're beat gridded. We have many tools. You can see here, TR tools 1, 2, 3. And many genres: hip hop, house, techno, EDM, freestyle, reggaeton, Latin, disco, rock, even gospel. We get down in many ways here on the DJ-707M. But so you have all these different patterns. You have 16 different patterns. Each pattern has 8 variations, so you have quite a few to play with. So I'm going to hit play here. And here we have, just in the tool section, we just have a hi-hat. We can add some of that jet effect we had before. Now if I wanted to play with my track, which is actually playing here, I want to hit sync. Now you can hear those two locked. And if I change the tempo, they stay locked. So you can do some real simple stuff, just like running hi-hats on top. Like even that just kind of gives it a modern flavor, right? Especially with that jet effect. But then you could do some more ambitious stuff. Now, let me just give you a quick rundown of the TR. As I mentioned, you have many different patterns, styles. This is not programmable, but it's very freakable. So let's say go to a different pattern. We'll go to the reggaeton pattern, load that up. You can chain patterns together, so these two are kind of going back and forth. This hot cue mode is actually where we're going to get to the different variations. So I've chosen 2 variations and they're looping back and forth. In the case of the DJ-707M, you will probably want to use the shift button to select them, because otherwise it plays it in real time. So holding shift kind of keeps them playing one after the other and in time with your track over here. Now I said it's very freakable, very jammable. Okay, so what we do have, even though you can't program it, you got a lot of options and you can slice it. You got a slicer mode. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. Slicer mode. So you want to kind of create some real quick fills. So parameter minus a plus will change how quickly the slice plays back. And then you can also use shift to change how quickly or how big the slices are. So you can make even smaller or bigger slices. Also in the sampler section of the TR, you can play one shots. So you can play it freestyle, you can just be playing your track. You get the idea. And then you can also use this mode to mute holding shift. You can hold shift and press the pads and that will mute it. So it's cool for like bringing bits in and out. And of course we can add our effects. We can add our hardware effects. We can add our Serato effects. We can do all kind of stuff. And we resync my track here and bring it in. Now there's a Midi output I mentioned before, and that's what's allowing us to sync the TR6S here. Now the TR6S is a brand new drum machine that we just dropped. It's a small version of the TR8S, and this is a 6-track version. It has all the functionality. It's battery powered, also very compact, quite reasonably priced at $399. And if you do want to add programmable drums and you're doing remixing or performing or whatever, you can add this to your setup. Simple Midi output to the Midi input. And it's going to be in time, just like that. Use our crossfader. Bring our track back in. Now some other cool stuff you could do with Serato, just some other ideas if you do want to get into this remixing. Pitch play is a lot of fun. That's included in Serato DJ Suite, which you get with DJ-707M for our US customers. So pitch play allows you to pitch the song up and down based on the cue point you selected. So I'm going to select the second cue point. Cool. So you get the Cloud Academy. So just to reiterate, DJ-707M, which is what we've been checking out today, price point of $999, comes with for US customers at participating dealers. You can get the STREAMpack bundle, which includes Serato DJ Suite upgrade, 2 Cloud Academy classes where we cover all this in depth, and you can say, hey Matt, stop, show me how you did that before, I want to make sure I got that. And then finally it includes a 3-month subscription to BPM Supreme. So it's a pretty amazing deal. All up, calculating it's probably an extra $400 or $500 worth of goodies on top of what you're getting with this very, very versatile, very fun controller known as the DJ-707M. So that about wraps it up for me. Once again, my name is Matt Shaquan Recluse, product manager and DJ producer, working for Roland for 4 years now. Great to be with you guys. Salute to all the folks at DJ Expo. Really hope to see you guys next year in person, to get down and to just to be a community again. Yeah. So much love to everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we'll check you guys out soon. Peace.